In this video, I'm going to be taking a complete beginner through how to chip. And initially, I'm just looking for the basic motion and see if we can get a good strike. But oftentimes, we then end up going through the clubs, and by the end of the session, if it goes really well, we'll have my friend Orlando hitting sand wedges up in the air, and I'm really getting the kind of the basic idea of chipping. So let me bring in Orlando. Thank you for taking part again, Orlando.
Again.
Really appreciate it. So you've never chipped before?
Never.
You've had one session on the range, which was fun, and now we get to short shots. So we know you can whack the ball a long way. That's a good start.
Right.
That's the hard bit. This bit's really fun. So today we're going to learn to chip. So a chip shot is a shot that you would play anywhere from around the green. It doesn't require all that power. It just needs a little shot to lift on the green and run to the hole. But before we get started, it's much easier to learn chipping if we have the basic idea of how to putt. So come on down to the green with me, and let's get that. Go through that process. This is going to take 2 minutes. But putting, I'll pop that down, is essentially this motion. So I stand fairly close to the ball. I'd have my hands like so, and I would just move the club the same length backwards and forwards. Which parts of my body are moving there, would you say, Orlando?
It's the head doesn't move. I just see you're moving your arms and shoulder.
Great, arms and shoulders, perfect. So this is all very still.
All right.
Head's very still. So that's putting. Yeah, lovely, really good. You're getting the hang of it.
Oh, I don't move.
Yeah, ideally,
Okay.
so if you keep hold of it, we're just gonna see if we can move the club without the wrist. There we are. Excellent. So that's the basic motion of putting, and the reason we've done that is because chipping is very similar. So in time we'll have a putting specific session, and we'll think more about how we aim the club and the curve of the green. But I would suggest you're starting to get a feel for that already.
Yes.
Let's come back off the green. So the chip shot, we just need to lift it over the rough grass and then let it roll. So I've got a 9-iron which has just the right loft to lift the ball a little bit and then run quite away. Right. In later chip shots, we'd play it a little bit higher, but for this shot, this works well. So let me just play a couple, and then we'll talk about our technique. Getting better.
Wow.
Getting better. Okay, so that is what a chip shot looks like. So as you saw, quite a similar motion to putting, but there's a couple of really small things we need to pay attention to. So like with the full swing, in order to get the ball in the air, we need to strike it in the middle.
All
but
right.
the ball's on the in the middle of the face. The ball's on the ground here. So to get that contact, the bottom of the club needs to just make a slight contact in the grass.
All right.
So you can see there, I'm just brushing the grass. Do you want to come in, Louise, and just have a look at that ground contact? So I'm having a few practice swings, and I'm just gently brushing the grass. And the club's going the same length back and forwards. Now to make that ground contact a little bit easier, what we do when we chip is we lean our body a little bit left. It's very subtle. So if you come around this way, so just come around in front there, around it. So my sternum, my zip here, is just leaning slightly left of the ball.
All right.
So I go from putting, chipping, very subtle. And you can see the handle goes forwards as well. So if I just lean a little bit to the left and then make that putting motion, just scuffing the grass, and then we'll get a nice contact on the ball, and then we're chipping.
All right.
That's going to go in. That's closer than all of mine.
It's my first time.
That is not supposed to happen.
That I would call luck. Let's too fast.
So what we're seeing here then is, or what I'm observing is, Orlando's got the basic kind of motion, and what is really important, and that I'm pleased with, he's totally got the feeling. Until then, he's totally got the feeling of how the club needs to brush in the grass. You know, normally we'd have a lot of top shots. With this particular grass, it's very easy to just leave the club in the grass and get stuck. But I can see he's sort of navigating that quite well, and he's really focused on the scuff. So I think what we'll do now, we'll stop him and just see if we can tighten up his technique a little bit. If you're enjoying the video, as always, please subscribe, hit the notify, and you'll get the notify bell. You'll get more videos just like this. Amazing. I mean, that's a pretty good beginner. Normally we'd see a lot of top shots, but that's a great start, Orlando. Well done.
Thank you.
I mean, not just lots of balls in the air, but I mean a pretty good, well, a very good control of distance as well. Let's have a look. You didn't know I was filming, did you?
No.
Let's see. So I'm just going to show you, so you can start to build an idea as to how you're going about it. Really good start. And let's scroll it forwards.
May I?
Yeah.
I stop this very.
Yeah. It's quite abrupt, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's two things there. There's the setup. We need to have that setup where we just lean a little bit, and yeah, perfect. And then just carry that through swing on, so it's the same length as the backswing, but without being wristy.
Is not fluid for sure.
Yeah. So do you want to just practice that? So your backswing goes sort of this far back. So I'm going to hold the club here and see if you can just reach the same amount, the same place, but without hitting my club. That's it. Very good. All the way to my club. Nice. Got it. And with the ball. So I'm going to put the club here and again see if you can hit the ball, but finish by just touching my club. Where did the club finish?
Too early.
A little bit early.
Should.
Yeah, a little bit early. Okay, better. Let's move on. If I put an obstacle in the way, let's say I put an obstacle here,
Yes.
and we had to land it over the obstacle, and then it hasn't got so much room to run.
Have to go up.
It's got to go higher,
Yeah.
hasn't it? So a ball coming in from high is not going to roll as much. Brilliant. Well, the good news there is we don't need to change our action. We've got different clubs to do that with. This is what's called a gap wedge, and you'll see that it has much more loft. Same motion though. What do you see with the length of my swing?
It goes more.
More back.
Yes.
And more through. Yeah. Same contact with the grass though. Not so good. I got stuck in the grass that time. So on this grass I went too deep. Let's try that again. That's better. There we go.
That's great.
So it's gone over the obstacle and it didn't run too far. Yeah, very good. That's the way. Okay. Pretty good. Right, I'm going to leave you.
Stop.
I'm going to leave you to it until we hit one over my club there and into that circle.
Too much grass.
Really good. Well done. Nice. Over the obstacle, and then it stopped. Yeah, keep going.
Yes.
Now, I had my feet quite a bit closer than that. Only,
Okay.
yeah, only that far apart. Well done. And remember, we're leaning our chest to the left a little bit. That's it. Well done. And the handle a tiny bit left. There we go. Wow. Very good.
I'm loving.
Unnatural. Yep. Okay, let's that was really good, an amazing start. So I think we'll finish up this session by we'll just go to different targets, and you're going to need to make the decision whether you use the gap wedge, so the higher one, or the 9-iron, and we'll see if you can make that choice. So if I was here and I was going to that flag there, which one would you use?
Probably I don't need to go so higher. Mm-hmm. So probably I will use this one. Yes.
Okay. So moving back here, we'll go to the same flag. We've got a little bit further to get to the green, and we've got to go up a little bit. What club would that be?
So I will use that. You have that.
The gap wedge. Okay. This is a bit harder. We're on a slope now. See if you can arrange yourself so that you're still scuffing the ground but moving upwards with the hill.
Should I do the same movement?
Very limited. So when in chipping, we would start with our weight on that front foot, but then we don't really move into it. We just stay very still and turn slightly, but that's all. That's better. Yeah, well done. Really good. And sure enough, it carried over the rough and it landed and stopped pretty quickly, didn't it? Now, last one then, Orlando. We're going to go to the further flag, but we'll go from here. So we've got a bit of rough, but we've got quite a lot of room to run. This time, we'll make a game out of it, okay? We'll see who can get nearest to the pin. Now, I've played for 30 years, and you played for 10 minutes, so you can have 3 balls, I'll have 1. I think that's fair.
Right,
that's fair, isn't it? I'm going to choose the 9, and I'll tell you for why. Because although we've got some rough grass to get over, there's quite a long way. There's quite a lot of distance to run the ball, isn't there?
All right.
So I think I can land it over the rough grass, but still have all that room to run. I don't need to go really high. So my 1 versus your 3. Okay. Always the practice, scuffing the grass, just brushing the grass. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was a bit hard. Uh-oh. Back of the green. There's definitely room for you there. There's not a lot of money on this, is there?
Well, it's a beer in the end.
You're going to go with that one or this one? You go with the one you feel right.
We will use the same one. Okay. We will use the same one.
Oh, okay, just caught the grass a bit there. I think mine's still closest.
No.
I'm not sure you're allowed to do that.
To looking for a better place, yes. So let's do it.
Not for a beer. It needs to be. It needs to be just played. Okay, definitely have a practice here though.
All right.
Just brushing the grass, because that last one got too deep into the grass, didn't it? There you go. Okay, better distance, and that's probably about the same as mine. Okay, you get one more though. Okay, so you're getting the hang of the distance now, Orlando. Think about your aim. Think about where you're going to land the ball.
I think I lost the beer.
I think that was a draw. I think your second one and mine were
in the last one I was thinking too much.
Yeah,
that was my last chance.
That's what happens with pressure.
Yes.
Really good though. Thanks again for taking part. And that is chipping. So obviously with practice, we really get good at those basic shots, and we use different clubs as well. So we'd use there's a lob wedge in there which goes even higher, and the real skill is to be able to kind of know the right club from all the different scenarios, and first time just get the right kind of speed and length of swing to get the distance right. Really good though. Thanks again.
Thank you.
So that's chipping in its most basic form, and of course, you know, we can. There's loads more to it. But if a golfer can get that kind of basic motion and the feel for the ground contact and the strike, then you know we're off on a sure footing. If you've enjoyed the video, please click subscribe, and there'll be more videos with real students just like this.